The future we're talking about is a modern future where we're moving now to e-identity, where every person in the country will be identified by a unique identifier, and that all our services go digital, and very soon the country will go paperless and cashless. That is what we are talking about.
All praises and honor to Yahweh, Barashim Yahushai, Barashim Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all our brothers out there pushing truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. This is a brother from James, Jamaica, Camp Yashamai.
I'm a brother Shapal.
You know, and today we want to video on it's called Cashless thing will take place now in Trinidad and Tobago. You see, because it's a really and truly, it's a worldwide thing. You see, because we live in a time, you know, in the east side of now, we can see clearly, you know, push, basically bring forth this digital society. You know, and according to the Bible prophecy, Scripture says, no man are going to be able to buy or sell. So we don't know, we are going to this article, and then afterward we'll just continue some scriptures. Go on, brother.
Alright, so this is an article from from Daily Express, right? And this was actually dated on February the 11th, 2020.
Go on.
Right, so it's so can Trinidad and Tobago transition from walking around with cash in order to conduct day-to-day transaction, doing business, to doing business cashless, right? Is a cashless Trinidad and Tobago a dream or a reality?
Reality. It's a reality because that will take place worldwide. What?
So it's a Trinidad and Tobago International Financial Center, right? The TTIFC believes a cashless society is inevitable, right? And has created the FinTech Association of Trinidad and Tobago as the engine to drive the cashless agenda.
To drive what? The cashless agenda.
Right.
And you all go back to Isa Edom. No one have accomplished a new world order. You see, according to the Bible prophecy, you can't bring us to the brother. We got Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and 16. Go on.
So this is Revelation 13 and verse 16.
Go on.
He says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor.
Go on, because ultimately this is what they're going to lead to, you know. You know, this whole cashless society, you see all these leaders across the world speak about, this is what they're going to lead to. You know, the ultimate goal of the banking lead to is to get every single body on the earth chip, yo. And this is a future prophecy where John and the island of basically Patmos basically get, you know, of things to come. And we approach this at this time when this thing I get, you know, this prophecy will come to pass, you know, in full effect. So-called white man going to make the RFID microchip, you know, become monetary worldwide. Because really and truly this whole digital ID where they push, you know, set up the framework, you know, across the world. So they can move out to the RFID microchip, just like what took place in Sweden, for example. People turning them credit card, you know, and them ID if basically receive a RFID microchip. Thousands and thousands of people in Sweden receiving a RFID microchip. So then we are ahead more than us. But now we saw them push, you know, hard now. Because people say, the devil know you have a short time. So they do things speedily now. You know, ultimately basically fulfill Bible prophecy. Go on, brother.
Right.
Point up again.
Right, so it's verse 16, Revelation 13, verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
To receive a mark in their right hand. Go on.
Or in their forehead.
Or in their forehead.
Right. And that no man might buy or sell.
Because this is the key part I want to get to. No man can basically buy or sell. Go on.
Right, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark.
Save he that have the mark.
Or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Because the mark basically go back to the Greek word charagma, which basically means an imprinted mark. Yeah, and the root word basically charagma is charaxio. You know, a peel or a stake, you know, a palisade, you know, that syringe needle with a head. You know, but I use to basically bore your hand. Put in the RFID microchip, and the root word Carax is grapho. So just breaking the word alone down, you know, the root word alone show you, you know, what it actually has people.
They give a vivid description.
What is basically mark is here, which is a RFID microchip what they put in their hand. And this is how we are moved towards. So all this talk about cashless right across the world now, this is the ultimate goal of the banking lead to. You see me, forget everybody chip. So you're not going to be able to survive in them system. Right. But according to the scripture say, the Lord are going to basically feed him servants. People say we're not going to be ashamed in the evil time. in the time of famine, they're going to basically be satisfied. Psalms 37, I think verse 19. Right?
Right, so back in the article. Right, it's speaking at the association launch last Wednesday.
Right.
At the National Museum Art Gallery. Right, the TTIFC chairman Richard Young says it is time Trinidad and Tobago embrace fintech, right, financial technology, all right, so that it becomes a way of life. So we must, and a lot of our governments are
same thing. You notice all the government, even my man Jonas, Jamaican Prime Minister, the same talk you make now. This whole new digital ID system, this cashless society.
Right.
I've been speaking about it over the years. And I've been saying it. We've been lagging behind.
Exactly.
Say Jamaican been lagging behind. So they might basically do things more speedily.
Right.
So this is what take place even in Trinidad. For sure it's a worldwide thing. It's an agenda we are pushed by the banking elite.
And it must come.
And it must come.
It's written in the scripture. And actually them say what they want to make it a way of life. See? So that are the new way of doing business. Right.
So they might do now with all paper currency, our fiat currency, and move out to a digital society. And when they do that, them can monitor every single thing. Esau, Edom are able to monitor every single thing, all the backdoor deal, all the money will basically, get missing. Them can get account feet now. Because everything will basically, you can, monitor every transaction.
Right.
Total control they want over everybody, is banking elite, What?
So we must embrace technology, certainly in this financial service sector, but not just in the financial service sector, but in our sector. We cannot afford to become digitally divided in stress.
Digitally divided. What?
Right. So it's we really have to go about creating this technology, right? Technology fund so that we can use it to provide the investment, which is not an expressive thing. Let's get to certain points now. Right. Yeah. So it's alright, so it's part of the article. It says, speaking at a launch via video presentation, Financial Minister Colm Himbert, right, indicated that government has been moving in the direction of digital technology and financial service. So in the Attorney General's department, they are already moving swiftly to remove the use of cash.
Swiftly, you see? I'm moving on swiftly.
Right.
Things are happening speedily, and you go back to Bible prophecy.
Right.
What's it? In Revelation 11 and 14. Say bring it up, brother.
Yeah. 11 and 14.
11 and 14. Yeah.
And the second one.
Yeah, man.
Alright, this is Revelation 11 and 14. Say, and the second war is past.
And the second war is past, which is basically what? World War II.
Right.
The second war. What?
And behold, the third war cometh quickly.
And behold, the third war cometh quickly.
Right.
So things are happening speedily right now. You see it, and the third war, World War III. And before World War III kick off full-fledged, the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, have basically become monetary worldwide. So seeing all these things now taking place now, I'll lead up to basically, this prophecy, and also, the war basically take place starting in the Middle East, the Valley of Secession.
Right.
So it's people say, the third war coming quickly, so things are happening speedily now, Lord basically speed up things now. You see it? People say, you're bound, the Heavenly Father, is basically a bound, you can bring it out from me, brother. Bring it out from me first, before you go back to the article. Job, you know what? Job 14 and 5.
Alright, so this is Job. Seeing his day. Okay.
Done.
Okay, cool. Say seeing Job 14 verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined.
Seeing whose days are determined. The so-called white man days are determined. The time when they get for rule for, according to Revelation 20, little season, which ended that little season now.
Right.
Says you must seeing his days are determined, go on.
The number of his years are with thee.
The number of his months.
If his months, like,
the number of his months are with thee. With who? The how wash me or shine. Go on.
Right? Though as a point it is bound that he cannot pass.
Though what a point it is bound that he cannot pass. See, Heavenly Father say a point so-called white man bound that he cannot pass. He cannot pass the time, you know, or the second, you know, when Lord the Honorable Shemir shall give the rule for. So seeing him doing all these things, you know, he must basically speed up things, because, you know, we at a time when the Honorable Shemir shall going to remove them from out of power. You all go back to Bible prophecy. So things happen speedily because we reach it the last minute now, or last second of Esau Edom kingdom. Right. So everything started basically move speed, you know? Right. Faster now.
So in the Attorney General's department, they are already moving swiftly to remove the use of cash in departments such as Registrar General's office, right, the registry of companies, and so on. Soon, this will be implemented at the licensing office. Right, there is a plan to do it on a board of inland revenue and treasuries noted. All right, so this part says, I am told that the TTIFC is very, very enthused by what it has seen in terms of the interest in Trinidad and Tobago, such and such. Looking for, okay, we go down here. It say several of our banks are moving.
Several of our banks are moving. Go on, just like out in Jamaica, as I mentioned. Go on.
Are moving away from the use of paper.
Go on.
In fact, they are encouraging and pushing their customers to avoid coming into banks, but instead using their phones, computer, online service. I myself use online service at several banks. If I find it very convenient, right? I only go to the bank if I need to get cash, right? So that's when the ATM is not working, said Imber. And as you say, them are use the guys of convenience as a chap lowering a lot of people.
More easier, you know? Yeah. And we should know the ultimate goal. Give me answer, Ecclesiastes 12:3.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:3.
Go on.
It says, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble.
We're approaching that day right now. You know, we're approaching there when this will basically take place. You know, all the keepers of the house, you know, all the leaders, you know, all of them going to basically tremble to the level of chaos. Because when this whole economy collapses, people going to bug the hell out. People are going to lose it. So you know, you're going to have chaos. You know, people burning place, you know, military have to step in, police have to step in, you know. No, total chaos. So it's in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Go on.
Right, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease.
Grinders cease, the jobs them cease. Go on.
Right, because they are few.
Because they are few. So you got few people are working.
Because even the banks them,
Gone.
the banks them are lay off tellers and I put in the machine.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
a lot of jobs get lost. Right.
For sure the time we're approaching right now. Hey, and people are looking for things to go back to normal. This is what take place now. And the people are lose work.
Alright. So, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the window right be darkened.
And those that look out the window be darkened. So people are gonna really say, oh, hey, no better now come. You see me? The future look dim.
Gone.
Hey, you have certain people, those medias, you know, showing you certain things, certain economic, like they bring out certain economic collapse, the things that take place, and lead up to the economic collapse. Yeah, even for example, Christopher Green, you know, in the Christian thing, the fees of someone, you know, the Lord will deliver him. You know, the Christian thing. You see, so even them say, yo, the future, you know, they look good, yo. You see, because we are approaching by the time our economic collapse, but the regular Jake, the regular people, or regular old people, they might look for things to go back to normal, you know, because, you know, they must say, well, they might basically soon free up the whole curfew thing. I hear people talk about from there still. So for sure, the mindset of people, you know, things go back to normal. But we are approaching our economic collapse, you know. So it's how the scripture say, in the day, what? The windows, you know, part again, brother?
Alright, so it's so in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
And the grinders cease because they are few, go on.
And those that look out the window be darkened.
And those that look out the window be darkened. No future. Right. No better now come here. Things are getting worse. Because we are approaching an economic collapse here. Because Esau Edom, the banking lead, they want to basically bring in this digital society. So them can roll out them RFID microchip and make it become monetary worldwide. This is what take place. Right across the world now, this is what push you. So without a doubt, you know, the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. You see, all who don't believe, shalom. You wash me and share, wash my car, and all who believe this, sir. You know, the time will come, you will see. Yeah. So this is the prophecy. This RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, yo, because this is what happen right now. If you have IVC, you will see, yo. This is how every country move towards right now, going cashless. So them can set up the framework for the RFID microchip system. Go on.
Right, so say, and the doors shall be shut in the streets.
And the doors shall be shut in the streets. The place is going to lock down. This is place going to lock down and people going to bug out. They're not going to work, they're not going to money, they're not going to food. So they're going to go bug out and they're going to basically riot you. Loot. You know? Shoot. Who them for shoot? I'll kill over kill you. Right? 672. What?
This is 2 Ezra 6 verse 22.
What?
And suddenly shall the sound place appear unsound, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Let me speaking about food shortages, you know, right across the world that take place. You know, that's basically an article, you know, been coming out showing about the food shortages what take place. You know, you see the locusts now. Locusts basically are spread across the world, basically help push the famine.
Right.
What?
Right, and the trumpet shall give a sound, and when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid.
And every man hear it, they shall be what? Suddenly afraid. Right?
And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
So this is what take place at the time to come. Say, at that time, the time we're approaching right now, you know, friends fight against friends like enemies.
I really see it in COVID era, in a COVID period. When you hear news say somebody sneeze on a bus, and get stabbed up and all sort of madness.
Even deeper than that, when the lockdown go on, you have people who basically go home to family members and then family members turn them back.
Family
members are turn against family members, all of that.
I think I see a video too. I think we do a video on it too. With in Barbados. You have them say them rolling out them new ID system also. So it's a thing what take place worldwide. It take 6 months. 6 months time, I believe. We show you say hey, things are get more better and better. You can't do Bible prophecy. Because this is the main prophecy we've been looking for over the years, through the Spirit and power of Hashim and Shai, become to pass. Revelation 13 and 16. I will see how things happen. Speedily now, basically, bring forth this prophecy, in full effect.
Beautiful times.
Beautiful times, yo.
Even you remind me of the scripture where I think we read yesterday when the disciples from Shai said, when shall be?
Matthew 24.
Yeah, the signs of his coming on the end of the world, basically. So we can show you say that was what it was all about, man. When we are going to see them signs? You know what I mean? We're in a time now.
If you go ask one, they ask him, say they ask one. When they're going to restore the kingdom to Israel.
Right. So we're in a time now when
Lord of basically restore the kingdom unto us. According to 2 Ezra 6 and 7. Exactly. What shall be the part of the son at the end of the time? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So our kingdom is next year.
So say at that time friends shall fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear, and those that dwell therein, with those that dwell therein, and the spring of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So back in Ecclesiastes 12 verse 4, it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low.
When the sound of the grinding is low, yo.
And he shall rise up at the voice of the birds, and the daughters of music shall be brought low.
They shall what? Rise up at the sound of the birds. You go wake up and hear the birds, birds chirping. The place quiet.
No traffic, no busy. No commerce, no.
Yeah. So the place are quiet.
I am legend. But the scene from the movie and legend, Will Smith now in a city by himself. The scripture tells us a man have a desire to see a man and not heal, man. So that basically at the time we are going to reach.
Ultimately we reach, I think we are going to wake up by the sound of the birds.
Yeah. Gone.
So With that, I say all praises and honor to your washing and shine washing and the blood and the apostles and elders of Brimley Stone. Shalom to all our brothers and out there push his truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. Shalom.